Okay. All right, guys. So, let's get the chat set it up. Over here, we're gonna get the presentation all started. All right. So, chat has been set it up. For YouTube, now I just gotta do the same for Twitch. Okay. Right over here. And then I'll get the presentation started and set it up. Hold on, guys. So, yeah, let's get the show on the road. Okay. We are now live with our presentation. Also, welcome in Eva. How you doing? Friendly reminder to those of you guys who are joining in, this video will be sent to all of the participants after the stream. So please remember to follow all Twitch and YouTube TOS. This will be sent to all of the participants after this. So, all right. Let's set up. Okay. And there we go. So, welcome to VMEET in Paradise, the guide where we're going to be learning today about VMEET in Paradise, which is our upcoming event coming on up at Kawaii Kon. I hope you are all having a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm Cooky Usagida. Happy to back, so it's not chaotic, pink bunny mage. Working tireless and a big VTuber from Hawaii to the world, and welcome into today's stream. Today's stream topic is all about answering your guys' questions in regards to VMEET in Paradise. I'm Cooky Usagida, and I will be answering all of your questions today for our Ask Me Anything session. Just as a heads up before we do get started, this video will be sent to all participants that are participating in VMEET in Paradise after the stream. So friendly reminder that those of you guys who are watching in the chat, please do remember to be civil and follow all the rules. You are welcome to drop any question that you may have at any time, but please keep the questions civil as we are sending this over to the participants right after the stream. All right. Thank you for your support and understanding. With that being said, let's get started and we'll be answering the guide to VMEET. Okay. All right. So that is a little video about VTuber Expo. So we are going to be answering all of you guys' questions today about VMEET in Paradise. So the first thing that we're going to be answering is our table of contents. So that way we have an entire guide to how this presentation all works. So the first table of contents in our first page is our VMEET in Paradise. What is it? And the next one talks about Kawaii Kon and VTuber Expo. When and where is VMEET in Paradise? And your frequently asked questions. So a couple people did ask us questions, and we're going to be answering all of it today. So if your question wasn't answered, feel free to let me know at any given time during the email or your best contact if possible, so that way we could reach out and answer the questions that you may have. Alrighty. And the last thing that I also want to include before we do go is our VMEET in Paradise tips. So we do want to give you guys tips and rules so that way, we are all on the same page and we can all understand, where are we? So, with that being said, let's get started. So, our first question that we have for today is to answer the question, VMEET in Paradise. What is VMEET in Paradise? Also, welcome my name, Hunter Johnson. I'm Cooky Usagida. Hi, VTuber, Axel Stock, Chaotic Pink Bunny Mage. We're guitarists and a big VTubers from Hawaii to the world, and welcome to our presentation. Today, we are learning about VMEET in Paradise, and we're going to be going over all of the questions and concerns that you guys have. We got a lot of questions, and we got a lot of interest and support for VMEET, so thank you so much again. Friendly reminder, this will be sent over to all of the applications. So after this, we are going to be sending over all of this stuff for the presentation. All right. Another thing that I am going to be answering, which unfortunately I did not have enough time to put in my presentation, but I am going to be answering, is we did got one more question, but we're going to be including that in this one so that way we can answer your guys' questions. Okay, so, yeah. So the first question is VMEET in Paradise. What is VMEET? So, to answer the question, VMEET in Paradise is Hawaii's first VTuber fan meetup. So, we do got to know. VMEET in Paradise is Hawaii's first VTuber fan meetup. Does that say Yugoslavia in the top left? No, it says Hawaii Community Foundation. So basically, we're doing a charity stream with the Hawaii Community Foundation on the top left. So what we're trying to do is we're raising money for the nonprofit organization HTF. Because recently, in parts of Hawaii, especially on Oahu's North Shore, areas have been flooded. If you want to learn more about our campaign, you're more than welcome to use the chat command hawaiistrong. So if you do want to learn more, I'll send this on YouTube so you guys can learn more about it. But we do have the chat command that works, unfortunately, only on YouTube at the moment. So, also welcome into 1914. Welcome into Twitch. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. So, VMEET in Paradise is Hawaii's first VTuber fan meetup. This VTuber fan meetup has been very popular on the US mainland, and for the first time, it is officially coming to Hawaii. It's officially coming to Hawaii. So we're very, very excited to bring this concept of a VTuber fan meetup. And now, for the first time, it's coming to Hawaii right at Kawaii Kon. So, if you guys have heard of Kawaii Kon, and we're going to learn more about it later, I've been working with Kawaii Kon for a long while now, so we're going to talk more about them later. So, what is the difference between this VTuber fan meetup and many of the VTuber fan meetups on the mainland, though, is that this includes all affiliations. So there's no like affiliation restrictions, such as, if, for example, being mainly for HoloLive. We have seen like VTuber fan meetups on the mainland for HoloLive. We have seen VTuber fan meetups for like VTuber groups on the US mainland. But here, this is basically both indie and corporate, which also happens to include HoloLive. So, yeah. This is basically like a unite of VTuber fan bases all across. So whether you're a fan of the corporate VTubers or a fan of the indie VTubers, this is what we have. And we're actually bringing VTubers over to sing for you guys during the relay. So we are bringing them over. And we usually like to bring over the VTubers to Hawaii every single year. So you guys like to demonstrate it. So here's an example of what it looks like for a VTuber fan meetup. So you can see that there's people dressed up in VTuber cosplays. You can see all the different cosplayers coming together, and they're all singing along to different songs that are the VTubers performing. This was at SakuraCon, which was a convention that I appeared at virtually this year with the Seattle Online Broadcasters Association. So if you were in Seattle and you were at the Soba booth, chances are I was there virtually. So I even did a live stream about it. So if you'd like to see the live stream about it, you can check it out on my YouTube channel. It should be up. So that being said, that is what it looks like. You can see all the happy codes too, yeah? All the happy codes, the cosplayers. So this is what it looks like for a VTuber meetup. It looks like this. We're gonna have something very similar to this for Hawaii. So yeah. Any questions or any concerns about what a VTuber meetup looks like? Alright. So that is pretty much what a VTuber meetup is. It's basically VTuber fans coming together, usually in cosplays or shirts or happy codes, and they're all basically sitting along and taking pictures. Very, very similar to what you would find on the US mainland, like with Off-Kai Expo or SakuraCon, but instead this is more so of a Hawaii format. And we are bringing in VTubers to sing along to these karaoke relay performances. Alright, so the first one is, what is Kawaii Kon and what is VTuber Expo? So to give us the question of what they are, we have to first take a look at Kawaii Kon and VTuber Expo. So before we can understand what VMEET in Paradise is all about, we gotta learn more about these two. So let's answer your questions. Alright, first one we have is Kawaii Kon. Now you might have heard of Kawaii Kon on the Anime Con's guidebook, or if you have seen them on social media, you might have heard of this anime convention at Kawaii Kon. But we're gonna go over it. Welcome in, Ruka. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the great day messages. I appreciate it. Yippee! Yippee! So, friendly reminder, this will be sent to all the participants. So after this video, after this live stream, I will be sending this over to all of the participants. So all the people who signed up are going to be sent this live stream video. So that way they can see what questions were answered or if they have any additional questions. That way we can all learn more about what VMEET in Paradise is all about and what's it going to look like. Alright, so to answer the question of what Kawaii Kon is. Now, Kawaii Kon is Hawaii's first and largest anime convention. This was founded in 2005. So they recently celebrated their 20th anniversary last year in 2025. And this year, they're having, I believe, their 22nd, the 21st Kawaii Kon this year. This is held every year at the Hawaii Convention Center. So it is located in Honolulu, which is located across from the Ala Moana Shopping Center and the Ala Moana Hotel. So, if you ever been to the Hawaii Convention Center, you'll see usually like the Macaulay Shopping Center nearby. You'll often see food trucks. And recently there's also a Chick-fil-A that also opened up too. So that is where Kawaii Kon is located. It's held every year at the Hawaii Convention Center. But do be aware that this year, Hawaii Convention Center is under construction, meaning that parts of areas of the Hawaii Convention Center have been restricted. So it's only the first floor and the third floor that are open. The rest of the floors, especially the fourth floor on the rooftop, are closed for this year. So there's a little bit of changes that have been made for this year's Kawaii Kon, but we're gonna make do with what we got. Thank you so much for the hydrate. I appreciate the hydrate redeem. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alright. So, thank you for the hype. Appreciate the hypes. Alright. So a lot of people are saying, what is Kawaii Kon this year? This year's Kawaii Kon is held from April 24th to April 26th of 2026. Now, I do want to make a friendly reminder, this is not officially organized by Kawaii Kon. This is organized by VTuber Expo, so it is independent and separate from Kawaii Kon. But Kawaii Kon has given us permission to be able to host this event. So this is independently organized. It's not officially endorsed by Kawaii Kon themselves. But we have gotten permission from Kawaii Kon to host it. Alright. Who, however, is behind this organization stuff is VTuber Expo. So VTuber Expo is Hawaii's VTuber event organization and convention. This was founded in 2024. So they are mainly known for their Hawaii VTuber events, both online and in person. And the next event is VMEET in Paradise at Kawaii Kon on April 25th. Also, welcome in Henshu VT. I'm Cooky Usagida. Hi, VTuber. So, Slack Buddy Base. Working time is going to be big YouTubers of Hawaii to the world. Today, we're learning about VMEET in Paradise. So, this is like a little Ask Me Anything. Will you have any questions or any concerns? I'll be answering your guys' questions and concerns. So, right after this stream, all the participants will be receiving this video. In addition to the media kits, they're also going to be receiving this live stream that's going to be answering all of the questions so they can learn more about what VMEET in Paradise is all about and what to expect. All right. So, our past looks, of course, that we have done. We have basically appeared at many events throughout the Hawaiian Islands, both in person and online. We previously have done events with Kawaii Kon. We worked with Hawaii Geek Meet, which is hosted by Ryan Ozawa. We worked with High Collector with their Pop Culture Expo last year, and so much more. These are just some of our event appearances that we've done. We even have done karaoke relays like this that look very, very similar, so that way they can see what it looks like. And this was K-Pop Koname. We have Hawaii PopCon and Super Saturday Hawaii as well. Alright. Any questions or any concerns so far about VMEET in Paradise? Right. You guys have any questions or any concerns? Like I said, friendly reminder, if you have any questions or any concerns, feel free to ask in the chat at any given time. Just please do be aware that because this is going to be sent to the participants right after the stream, please do keep all comments civil and related to the TOS. Also, thank you so much for subscribing on the YouTube. I see that we just got a subscription coming in from Hunter Johnson. Welcome in. Thank you so much. And welcome to Cookie Buddy Nation. Thank you. So, when and where is VMEET in Paradise? Thank you also so much for the stars, by the way, Henshu VT. I appreciate the stars. A friendly reminder for those of you guys who are wondering, we are live on Iria, we're live on YouTube, and we're live on Twitch. So I am reading everybody's chat messages while also going over the VMEET in Paradise stuff. We're going to go over what the media kit looks like. We are going to go over that. Later. So, when and where is VMEET in Paradise? So, that is a good question. That is a very, very good question. So, VMEET in Paradise will be on April 25th, 2026 at the Hawaii Convention Center, and it'll be held during Kawaii Kon. So make sure you guys mark your guys' calendars for April 25th, 2026. That is going to be at the Hawaii Convention Center at Kawaii Kon. If you guys are not able to go to Kawaii Kon, that is absolutely okay. We're also going to be having it on the High VTuber Expo YouTube channel, which you can check out on our YouTube bio. So if you guys go to my YouTube bio, you'll often see the link to High VTuber Expo's YouTube channel. There you can see where all of our playlists are located. So, VMEET in Paradise will be held on the 3rd floor next to the escalators at the courtyard, and will be held in the afternoon in Hawaii time. So, we plan to start this at about 10:30 a.m. Hawaii time. That way, because we're hosting creators from all around the world, we want to make sure that the times are flexible and are throughout the day. So that way, they can sign up for a slot. For the morning, we can have creators from Europe sign up for the morning slots. And then afternoon, creators from the Southeast Asia can sign up as well. And then mainland US can also sign up throughout the afternoon as well, yeah. And the early morning slots. So we're trying to keep this flexible throughout the day. So that way people know where they can sign up for. So to answer the question of what time this starts, this does start at 10:30 a.m. Hawaii time. So we are going to be giving you guys a where to be schedule, and you will be signing up from there. That is going to be given to you guys later this week. So just to be on the heads up side. All right. And then again, we have all VTuber fan bases of all affiliations, as we said earlier. So, where is VMEET in Paradise going to be located? That is a very, very good question. So, at this time, as of this presentation, it did say times will be finalized soon, but I have finalized the time yesterday, and that's going to be at 10:30 a.m. Hawaii time. I'm going to be sending that over to all of the applications this week. So that way we can finalize the times and everything. So VMEET in Paradise is located right over here. And that's going to be right by the Chariot Courtyard. So if you guys see where there's a Wi-Fi station, you can see the Chariot Courtyard located right over here at the main lobby, which is level 1. And then you go up to floor 3. And then where the panels are usually held. And then you make a right turn over here. Go to the courtyard. And then you go down here. And VMEET in Paradise is held at the Chariot Courtyard. Also known in Hawaiian as Pakaloka. Pakaloka. Which means Chariot Courtyard. Alright. Any questions or any concerns? Alright. If you guys have any questions at any given time, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Like I said, we want to make sure that we answer any questions that you guys may have. I know Kawaii Kon is getting close by, so don't be hesitant to ask us any questions or concerns you may have. We're always asking questions, but do keep it civil. Like I said, do keep it civil because we are sending this over to the participants right after this. Yeah. So frequently asked questions. So to answer your guys' questions, the first question we have is, what happens if someone pulls out last minute? Does that mean that people... Does that mean that the relay will end? Is there a backup list or singers in case things were to happen? Good question. So, our answer that we have for this is VTuber Expo will be making an announcement about any roster changes on social media. So, if you guys want to stay up to date, we highly recommend to follow VTuber Expo on social media. This is going to allow people to stay in the know about any roster changes that happen on social media. So the best way to stay up to date with any roster changes, any announcement changes, any event changes that do occur, because there is stuff that does happen, is to follow our social media and Discord server changes. So our Discord server is located on the bio and our social media pages. All announcements will be included in there. So in the unlikely event that we do have event cancellations, people have other things to do, we do include backups in this case that people do want to go up. So we do include backups. If people are willing to keep the karaoke relay going on for a while, then we're more than happy to do that. Alright. But yeah. Does that answer anybody's question so far? Alright. Anybody have any other questions? Any questions that we have? Okay. Alright. Next one is, if this is like the last time you organized that I've participated, I'm concerned that I won't be able to raid to the next channel on YouTube. Alright. So, the answer is pretty simple with this one. In the case that if a streamer is not able to automatically raid on YouTube, because this does happen, because YouTube does have a requirement where you do have to obtain a certain amount of subscribers and memberships in order to be able to unlock the redirect. So, in this case, VTuber Expo will allow manual raids, which will be included on the playlist and on the stream chats. So, for those of you guys who are not able to raid automatically on YouTube, that is okay. Like I said, this does happen. I know YouTube does have requirements for its rating policies. They do have to achieve a certain amount of subscribers, which I believe is 1,000, and have memberships unlocked. So, this does happen. I do completely understand. So, in this case, VTuber Expo will allow manual raids. And there's going to be a playlist that's going to be recorded on the day of. So, that is going to be included on the playlist and the stream chat. So, I'm going to show you guys what our playlist looks like. So, that way we can have a clear picture of what I mean by the VTuber Expo playlist. So let's go over to the VTuber Expo channel, and we're gonna go over the playlist. So that is going to help us understand where everything is going to be located. So we always make sure to do playlists on the day of, because we do want to make sure, you know, with the playlist, everything is all organized and it makes sense for everybody to be organized in one. So with that said, here is what it looks like. It's going to look something like this. So we're going to click on this playlist, so the winter prompt for last year. And then you click on view playlists, and you can see all of the participants located there. And then from then on out, you can share your playlist with your community. So it's gonna look something like this. I'm gonna put this in the chat so you guys can stay involved with our VTuber karaoke relay. If you wanna learn more, you guys can see what it looks like right over here. All right. Any questions or any concerns in regards to this? All right. Just as a friendly reminder, we do want to answer any questions you guys may have, so do feel free to ask us questions at any given time. We do want to make sure that all of your guys' questions are answered. So let's go over to our guide over here. Welcome in, Foxway from Erie. I'm Cooky Usagida, VTuber Axel's Black Chaotic Pink Bunny Mage, working tirelessly to bring VTubers from Hawaii to the world. So that is pretty much our question to answer the questions when it comes to the playlist. So from then on out, you can manually rate on the link. VTuber Axel will allow manual rates. So if you need assistance with rating at any given time, please do not hesitate to ask anybody. The VTuber Axel team is really responsive when it does come to manual rates. You can ask myself. So anybody that's considered a part of VTuber Axel management can be more than happy to help out with this. Yeah. So, and to be able to achieve that, all you need to do is just pin the comment in the chat, and the chat will manually rate it to the next one. So, you know, just give them a heads up that, hey, you know, we're going to be rating it to them right after this. Yeah. A lot of people are asking, you know, why is it on YouTube instead of Twitch? The reason why it is on YouTube and not on Twitch is because of copyright reasons. Yeah, so Twitch usually does mute when it does come to copyright. So if there's like copyrighted audio that plays, Twitch usually mutes it. With YouTube, there is some kind of a content ID. So that is the reason why it is usually held on YouTube and Twitch instead of on Twitch. However, we've had some events where Twitch streamers were able to multi-stream on YouTube and Twitch. So you're more than welcome to multi-stream this event on YouTube and Twitch as well. It is usually held on YouTube, but if you want to multi-stream this on Twitch, you're more than welcome to do so as well. We've had participants do that in the past, so do feel free to multi-stream. Also, welcome in Sound Lab. I'm Cooky Usagida, VTuber Axel's Black Chaotic Pink Bunny Mage. Working ties and bringing VTubers from Hawaii to the world. Is Sonic Rumble free? Yes, Sonic Rumble is free. But today is not about Sonic Rumble. Today is all about VB in Paradise. So we're learning more about it. So, the question that I do want to answer, because I did not have time to put this because I worked on this presentation yesterday, was what time are the performances? So that is a very good question. And to answer the question, I'm going to post this in the chat. It is going to be starting at 10:30 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time. So again, 10:30 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time. You will be receiving in your guys' emails or Discord messages a when to meet link. It's going to be very similar to... Let me pull this up really quick. So I can recall from last year's VMEET in Paradise event, there was a meeting let me see. So Let me see. This one. So I'm gonna pull up this doodle over here with the group poll. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like this. So let me pull this up. I'm gonna be sending this doodle link over later on this week. So it sounds like you had a lot of caffeine. You've been talking a lot. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. I took a nap earlier, so that's probably the reason why. For some reason, I did took a nap, and I was not expecting to take a nap, but unfortunately, I did. My apologies. My body was just telling me, Cookie, go take a nap. So, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It's gonna look like this. So it's a group poll, and it's gonna be a doodle link. So if you want to check out what the doodle link looks like, you can go on to our doodle link. So let's get the doodle link located in the chat so that way you guys can see what it looks like. It's gonna look like this. You'll be sent this doodle link, and then from then on out, you can do a group poll and figure out what slot you want to sign up for. So that's what it look like this. You're right, you needed it. Yeah. I think my body dead in there was just telling me, hey, go get some rest. Probably because over the last couple of weeks, I have been pretty hard at work with like VMEET in Paradise and Hawaii Strong. So it's probably why it's been telling my body like to go to sleep and get some rest and stuff. Yeah. I think after Kawaii Kon though, I'll see if I can rest up more often. So yeah. Don't ever do it. I have to make sure that at the same time when it does come to these events over the last couple of weeks, you know, I have to rest up and all that. Yeah. So my body was probably telling me here and there, you know, don't forget to take a nap for a little bit. And bam, I went to rest. Yeah, so it's been a pretty busy week these last couple weeks. It's been really, really busy. We've had Hawaii Strong, and then, you know, we had Sakura Con recently, you know, Anime Detour, and then now we're preparing for Kawaii Kon, so it's a really, really busy time. Just a pretty busy time. Yeah. What's my next event? My next event is in June. That's gonna be, what is it? Your Mage is my command. We actually have EdX Expo in May, and then there's also like a VTuber concert coming up in May too. But after that, our next event more than likely is not gonna be until I believe September, which is gonna be Megabon. Yeah. But yeah, any questions or any concerns in regards to how to sign up? So you'll be given the doodle slot right after, yeah. It's gonna look like this. Alright, any questions, any concerns? But yeah, it'll look like this. So I did set the doodle link so that everybody can see what it looks like. So once you set this video, you'll be able to be given a slot like this one, yeah. And you'll be given a relay sign up. But yeah. Okay. It should be at 9 a.m. HST. We're moving this to 10 a.m. HST because Kawaii Kon doesn't open until 10. Yeah. So that's what it is. Okay, any questions, any concerns so far? We should all be on the same page. So if you have anything you guys want to ask me at any given time, please don't hesitate to let me know. Like I said, I do want to clear things up and, you know, make things clear. that's why we're doing a live stream about it today. You know, we always do live streams about this, you know, so that way we can be all on the same page and we can all be, you know, answering all the questions that you guys have. And we want to make sure, you know, we could make things as clear as possible and make it transparent as possible. All right. Any other questions? Any concerns? Okay. So, all right. Here are some tips of the VTuber Expo team. So we're almost done with the presentation. Yeah, we are almost done. So, all right. So, some tips that we do have from the VTuber Expo team. So we're going to be going over this one. So let's go over it. All right. So here are some tips that we recommend with Kawaii Kon. So that way we can pretty much be straightforward with our VMEET in Paradise guidelines, our policies, our rules, and what we recommend as, you know, longtime Kawaii Kon participants. All right. So for those of you guys who are attending, you know, this may be many of you guys' first time attending a VTuber meet and greet. Well, more so like a fan meetup. So, for many of you guys, you know, this may be your guys' first fan meetup, and that's okay. So, we do want to provide you guys some tips so that way we could be both on the same page. So, our first tip is, if you are 100% for sure going to Kawaii Kon, we highly recommend to buy your tickets early and online. So, the reason why we highly recommend to buy your guys' convention tickets online and at the con is because this will help you to skip the lines easily. Because convention lines may get very long, especially during Kawaii Kon, and there's a huge possibility that you may be stuck in a very, very long line at Kawaii Kon. So, what we recommend beforehand instead is for you guys to buy your tickets early online. This will help skip the lines at the con. So if you guys do want to buy your guys tickets, you know, friendly reminder, if you guys are going to Kawaii Kon, make sure you guys do go onto the website. Again, that is hawaiiikon.com. And from then on out, you can get your guys tickets located in the information. And you'll often have your registration. Yeah. So, highly recommend purchase your guys' memberships. You guys will see your guys' memberships located on the website. Right over here. So, that's hawaiiikon.com. And you guys will find your guys' information located right over here. And from then on out, you can get your guys' registration and purchase your guys' tickets. All right. Anybody have any questions or any concerns with Kawaii Kon registration? Welcome in, Stephanie. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm Cooky Usagida. Hi, VTuber Access Lock, chaotic, peak buddy mates, Ricky Talents, and bring VTubers of Hawaii to the world. And welcome into our VMEET in Paradise information session. We have an Ask Me Anything where you can ask us any questions you may have, so don't hesitate to ask us in the chat. We do want to keep everybody on the same page, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask us at any given time. All right. Friendly reminder too, this will be sent to participants right after the stream. So please do keep the comment symbol in the chat, and please do follow all of the YouTube and Twitch policies, as this will be sent over to participants. But you are more than welcome to ask us any questions you guys may have. All right. So our next one is VTuber cosplaying. Happy clothes are highly encouraged and are okay. We want to make VTuber fans together regardless of the VTuber fandom. But here's the thing about cosplays, right? Please read the Kawaii Kon rules. That is very, very important. We do highly encourage VTuber cosplays and happy clothes. But do understand that because Kawaii Kon is a family-friendly event, Kawaii Kon is family-friendly, we do need to be aware of the cosplays that we're choosing. So please be in consideration of local laws and customs regarding the cosplays. Yeah. Just because it is okay with a character wearing it does not mean that you could bring it over to the convention center. Yeah. So, just as a heads up there. I highly recommend that if you guys are going to purchase your guys' Kawaii Kon ticket, you guys can go to the Kawaii Kon website and you guys can see if your cosplays are acceptable and within the Kawaii Kon standards. Yeah. But like I said, happy codes are encouraged, cosplay is encouraged, so you're more than welcome to cosplay it. We encourage you guys to cosplay as VTubers, so don't hesitate to cosplay. Yeah, we want to bring people together. Yeah. So, any questions, any concerns so far about the fandom? The cosplay rules and everything? Alright. Any questions, any concerns? Okay. We are almost done with the presentation. So, we are getting closer to wrapping up our VMEET in Paradise information session. So, the next couple minutes is going to be questions and concerns. So we're going to be answering all of you guys' questions and concerns. Yeah. So, with that being said, we're going to go over to our next question and our next tip. So, this is some of our rules that we recommend for people to follow. So, please remember to ask permission to take pictures first, because here's the thing. There is a possibility that the VTubers themselves in person might be attending. So it is very important, not just the VTubers that are attending, but to all of the participants. So please, please do be aware that there will be VTubers and participants that are going to be attending in person. So it is very important to ask permission first and ask to take pictures first. So please be aware of the rules. Please do ask permission to take pictures first. You know, we want to make sure that everybody participating is safe and included. So please do be aware. It is very, very important to respect the privacy of everyone attending. Next one is, if you are a VTuber that is attending in person, we've had a couple people who do plan to be at VMEET in Paradise that will be there in person. So if you guys are going to be there in person, feel free to bring in your guys' business cards to pass over to attendees so that they can support you. So, we had a couple VTubers that are planning to show up to Kawaii Kon in person, and we do want to make it 100% clear that we encourage people to bring in their business card or photo card so they can pass over to the attendees. However, please do be aware that while freebies are okay, selling them is not okay, and you are going to need to get permission from Kawaii Kon to be able to sell the photo cards. Yeah. But, what's me? But for freebies, basically like photo cards, it should work okay. Yeah, so while handing out things like freebies, like photo cards is okay, it's selling them that is not. So, you will need to get permission from Kawaii Kon staff about that. Because you do need, generally you do need a DET. Yeah. Which is a general exercise pass. So that is very, very important there. Very, very important. Alright. But yes, we highly encourage VTubers who are attending in person to show up with business cards or photo cards or stickers, you know, so that people can support you. Like I said, the purpose of VMEET in Paradise is for VTuber fans and their VTubers and their fans to support one another. That is the purpose of VMEET in Paradise. That is what we have. It's VMEET in Paradise. So that's basically what this VTuber fan meet is all about. So feel free to bring your guys' business cards, bring your guys' freebies and stickers. Just make sure that they are within the Kawaii Kon terms of privacy. And the most important thing too when considering it is also to not sell it. Because then that would be a violation of Kawaii Kon's rules, and you would need to get permission from Kawaii Kon staff about that. So that is very, very important. Yeah. Maximo, welcome into our VMEET in Paradise session. Let me give you a shout out. Hold on. Maximo is a fellow Hawaii-based VTuber. So we are currently doing a stream talking about VMEET in Paradise. If you're going to Kawaii Kon this year, this information session is for you. So please check out Maximo. They are a fellow Hawaii VTuber. So if you guys want to check them out, you're more than welcome to check them out on YouTube. Yeah. Feel free to check them out, guys. They do a lot of videos and YouTube shorts about it. So if you ever want to check out Maximo, you're more than welcome to check out Maximo on YouTube. But yeah, thank you so much for joining in, Maximo. We appreciate you. If you have any questions, any concerns for Kawaii Kon at any given time, please do not hesitate to let me know. Like I said, we want to answer all of your guys' questions. But like I said, Maximo, we appreciate you for showing up. Thank you so much for showing up. We appreciate you. So, with that being said, if you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to ask us. We want to help. Yeah. Thank you so much for the channel. Yeah, of course. Like I said, you know, we want to support you guys. So if you're coming to Kawaii Kon in person this year, thinking of going to VMEET in Paradise, that's awesome. So we actually do have an RSVP going on our Discord server. So if you go to the YouTube channel and you can see the VTuber Expo Discord, I'll send it over to you guys so you guys can join in the fan Discord. It should be located on the YouTube bio. So you can check out VTuber Expo's page right over here. Does VTuber Expo have a website yet? No, we don't have a website yet. We're getting a website though. So Subway is the one that's currently working on the website. So over the next couple weeks or next couple months or so, the website should be up and running. So just as a heads up, yeah. Subway has been working very tirelessly on the website. So we will be getting a website soon. But yeah, Subway is the one that is working on the website. Rhapsody, welcome in. I'm Cooky Usagida. Happy Trip Expo, not chaotic pink bunny matron guitars and a big VTuber from Hawaii to the world. We are doing a VMEET in Paradise session. So friendly reminder, this will be sent over to all participants right after this. So yeah, go check out Rhapsody. Thank you for the pop-on takeover. I appreciate the pop-on takeover. Thank you. I'm actually gonna just bring over Pod because today is an informational session, but I'll bring over Pom Pom for a little bit. So let me bring them over. Let me bring them over. Right over here. Okay. So, if you are a VTuber that's attending in person, you know, feel free to bring your guys' business cards and pass them over to attendees so that they can support you. Like I said, I usually do like photo cards every single year at Kawaii Kon. So if you ever do want to get photo cards, the best recommendations I can give out when it comes to like photo card printing is usually at photo stores like Costco, for example. I usually get my photo cards printed out from Walmart or Costco. So Costco is I highly recommend. I know Longs over here also does it. It's all good, Rhapsody. Like I said, this is online and in person. So if you're not able to attend in person, we have an online session. Have fun, Cookie. Thank you. So we have an online session. Like I said, we have an online session. This is online and in person. So if you do want to check out the karaoke relays, we have our online session. Like I said, this time it's online and in person. So feel free to check out the VTuber Expo channel. We do have an online portion. Yeah. And you can then cheer on the karaoke relay participants from there. All right. Any questions or any concerns about the VMEET in Paradise sessions? So we just want to give you guys like a heads up and reminders. You know, that way we're all on the same page. Right, Pom Pom? Yeah, Pom Pom agrees. We have to be on the same page. All right. Which that leads us to now our questions. We're going to be locating our question guides right over here. So we're now going to be taking questions and concerns from the chat. Please keep in mind that this has to be related to the topic of VB in Paradise. So, just as a friendly heads up and a friendly reminder, this has to relate to VB in Paradise. So, just as a heads up. Alright. If you have any other questions from chat, feel free to let me know at any given time. We'll be taking the questions from then on out. Alright. But yes, this is the time to ask questions. This is the time to ask. So, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to let us know at any given time. This is a friendly reminder, please do keep it simple in the chats. And do ensure that it does follow the TOS. So, just as a friendly reminder from then on out. Alright. Anybody have any questions? Any concerns? Anybody have anything in regards to VB to Paradise? Anybody have any questions? Alright, did I go over the topics pretty clear? How was the presentation so far? Well, the topic's pretty much clear to understand and pretty straightforward. So that way, we're all on the same page. I just want to make sure that all the questions and topics were all on the same page. Okay. Any questions? Any concerns? Alrighty. So, but yeah, Maximo, if you are thinking of going, which is a very, very good question, we do have a My Oshi where you can reserve your RSVP. So if you have a My Oshi, you can go to the VTuber Expo group chat, and from then on out, you could RSVP for VB in Paradise, and you can click on the RSVP right over here. So I'll send this over to the VTuber Expo one. You guys can RSVP there. Additionally, Maximo, if you have a Discord, you're more than welcome to click on the RSVP. We have our events that are organized, and then you can RSVP from then on there. But yeah, we have our Discord server, we have our My Oshi group, and you can RSVP from then on there. So yeah. And of course, we have our Twitter and our Blue Sky pages, so. That sounds like a plan. Thank you for the info, of course. If there's any questions, any concerns, like I said, we're here to help. We're here to answer any questions you guys may have. This video will be sent over to participants right after this. So, friendly reminder that we will be sending this video over throughout the week. We got a lot of people interested this year, so this is gonna take some time for us to send this all over, but we're gonna do the best we can throughout the week, so that way we can get this sent over in a timely manner. But yeah, like I said, we're here to help. We're here to answer any questions you guys may have. Do not hesitate to reach out to us. Yeah, okay. So, with that being said, does chat have any additional questions or concerns? If you have other questions or concerns, but you have it, after the live stream, you can also ask us on our Discord server. So I have my personal Discord server right over here. So my Discord server is right over here. This is called Super Bunny Hunt Juniors. That is my personal Discord server, which is my main one. But I also have a VTuber Expo Discord server, which is more for the event side of things. But yeah, I do have two separate Discord servers. I have one for the event portion and one for the VTuber Expo portion or the event portion, yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Last minute questions, last minute concerns? Alright. So if there are no more questions or concerns, yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for coming. Like I said, thank you. We hope to see you guys at Kawaii Kon or online on YouTube. So, yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys at Kawaii Kon this year. All right. That is our presentation for today about VMEET in Paradise. If you have any additional questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach us out at any given time. We're more than happy to take any questions or concerns that you guys may have. Again, thank you so much for attending our informational session about VMEET in Paradise. We really appreciate all the support we've been getting. Applicants, if you have turned in your applications, please watch for your guys' emails at Discord, because we are going to be sending over all of the stuff over the next coming weeks. So please make sure you guys check out your Discords, check out your guys' emails. So whatever email and contact information is in place, we're going to be contacting you guys from there on out. We're also going to be sending this video to and the media kit. But before we head on out to redirect you guys, I do want to go over something that is very, very, very important. So a lot of people are asking the question of what do the media kits look like. So we are going to go over these media kits. So that way we could all stick around for what our media kits look like. We do want to make it pretty clear of what the media kits look like. So that way we can see, okay, so this is what is included in my media kit, and we can stay informed with the media kit. So our first one that we do want to start out with is this overlay. This is our chatting overlay that you can use. You can use your own overlays if you guys want to, but we also have provided our own. So for those that don't have overlays yet, we do have our very own overlays that you can use, and our own hashtag that you can use as well. So it looks like this. This is our first one, which is our first just chatting overlay. And then our next one is our other chatting overlay. It looks like this. This one does not have the logo in there. This one does not have the logo. But it does have the hashtag. It does say VMEET in Paradise. Yeah. Alright, Pompon, you wanna go rest now? Okay, Pompon is gonna go rest now. Thank you, Pompon. So we have our chatting over here. And it does have the VMEET in Paradise hashtag. Do we have the animated overlays? We do have the animated overlays. We do have them. Then we have our overlays right over here. That is just the chatting overlay. This is another overlay that we have that is provided. So feel free to either use the overlays that you have, or you can use their own. Like I said, we want to make it easier, so that way we could be on the same page when it does come to overlays being provided. And then our last one is our song list overlay. It looks like this. It looks like this. It's very similar to the winter prom. It is very similar. So very, very, very similar to the winter prom. Yeah. And then, of course, as always, our logo. Always provided with every single media kit. Our logo. You can use this on your guys' overlays and stuff, so feel free to use it. Any social media posts coming out as well. I'm going to be releasing them over the next couple weeks on the VTuber Expo channel. So those are going to be released over the next couple weeks. Aubrey! Welcome in. Thank you for the headpad. I'm Cooky Usagida, VTuber Expo's not chaotic pink bunny mage, working ties in a big VTuber from Hawaii to the world. Thank you for the headpad. I'm going to shout you out. By the way, if you guys want to go check out Aubrey, they are a VTuber that streams mainly on YouTube. So if you guys want to check out Aubrey does a lot of gaming streams. And also ukulele streams on occasions too. So, yeah. Thank you for the head pat, Aubrey. I appreciate it. So, yeah. Welcome in. Aubrey, you guys are just in time because we are currently going over VMEET in Paradise information. Unfortunately, signups have closed as of recently, so we're not taking in any new participants. But don't worry because we have plenty of opportunities for events throughout the year. I believe our next event appearance is going to be after this at Megabon in September, I believe. Yeah, September, I believe, at Megabon. But yeah, would I have organized something for K-pop tournament? I would have, but unfortunately, we don't have much time. Maybe on the next K-pop tournament, we could organize something, but unfortunately, we are running out of time to organize for K-pop tournament. But maybe the next one, we could definitely do something like that. I love to work with K-pop tournament someday. The host is really nice too. VJ Yokai is really, really nice. Very, very kind and awesome to work with as well. He's a really, really great K-pop DJ too. So, yeah. I highly recommend you guys go check out VJ Yokai. I got to meet VJ Yokai at K-pop tournament and he's awesome. But yeah. We would love to be able to work with K-pop tournament. You know, to bring the VTubers over to K-pop tournament someday. But our next event, I believe, is after the Kawaii Kon. It's not till Megabon, and that's in September. But of course, events will change. You know, if we get more event opportunities, you know, it's always gonna change. So we always have them. And of course, in December, we have our winter prom. Always a winter prom happening every single year. But yeah. How you doing, Aubrey? I hope you're doing well. So yeah, that is our VMEET in Paradise media kit. Now we have our overlays. So these are our animated overlays. So let's go over our animated media overlays. Okay, so to start things off with our media overlays, we have this. This is our animated media overlay. And it looks like this. So, it is animated. So you can include this with your animation like this. For your overlay. You can see how the chat basically moves. Pretty cool, huh? And the next one that we have for our media kit that is included is this overlay. Again, this is the just chatting overlay with the chat moving. So we have this included as well. Our next one that we also have is also our VMEET in Paradise ones. Again, this is very similar. This does not have the chat. This one does not have the logo moving, but we do have the chatting ones that are moving with the titles as well. And then you can see the song list is all located over here. Do I have to use the overlay? No, you don't got to. We include them with every event, so that way, for those that don't have overlays, that way it makes it easier to organize it on our end. Yeah. But not just the end on our end, but for the participants too. We also include a media kit with everything. So every event, we always try to include a media kit. We weren't able to include a media kit for Kawaii Kon last year, but this year we were able to include one for VMEET. So, I feel like from what I learned as an event organizer, including these media kits is very, very helpful because it allows us to be able to organize things, but also give them, you know, something to fall back on in case they don't have their overlays. You know, sometimes, you know, streamers don't have overlays, and that's okay. We always provide the overlays to them for no extra charge. Yeah. Makes it easier. Yeah, it makes it easier too. It makes it a lot easier. Alrighty. Are there any other additional questions or concerns? So, we went over the media kit, and we also went over all the additional information that you may want to know about VMEET in Paradise. Where can I get a ticket at Kawaii Kon? The ticket at Kawaii Kon is at kawaiikon.com/registration. And it is on a Venony. So, if you're looking at getting your ticket at Kawaii Kon, you can include that as well in your itinerary. Also, by the way, special shout out as well to our event organizer. This year, I got a lot of support and assistance from Boz to be able to do these cosplay photo shoots. So, huge shout out to Boz, by the way. Round of applause for Boz. Boz has been working so tirelessly to organize all the cosplay photo shoots. So, huge shout out to Boz. Thank you so much for your hard work, Boz, in organizing these cosplay photo shoots so that way people know where to go. So, thank you, thank you. Round of applause. Alrighty. We're gonna go to our just chatting session now. Right over... Okay. Right over here. Whoop! Alright, let's go to our just chatting session. We're gonna go over some last minute information before we head on to our raid. So, with that being said, over here, we're gonna include the chat boxes from both YouTube and Twitch. This does come to our end for our VMEET in Paradise informational session. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you so much for participating in today's VMEET in Paradise session. If you have any additional questions, please do not hesitate to ask us at any given time. We are more than happy to answer any questions that you guys may have. All right. So any additional questions or concerns before we head on over to our redirect? Okay. I believe that is pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you again for joining us in today's VMEET in Paradise session. In the meantime, we're going to be going on with our raid, but feel free to decide on who are we going to raid. So we have several different categories, and each category basically tells us of which we're going to raid. So we have several different categories. So you guys can decide, and we're going to see who we're going to raid. So there are several different categories. So one example we have is just chatting. We have our chatting command over here. Not command, category. So we have our just chatting category. We have Resident Evil. So for those of you guys who like Resident Evil, we have our Resident Evil one over here. Usually we do have a pre-selected raid, but there are times when we do have our poll, like today, because there are several different categories out there. So we have Elden Ring. For those of you guys who do like Elden Ring, we have a lot of Elden Ring. Next one, of course, we have is Minecraft. We have our Minecraft over here. So if you are a huge fan of Minecraft, we have Minecraft. And our last but not least, we also have, let's see. Okay. Let's see. I see there's also some Valorant in there too. So if you like Valorant, we also have Valorant as well. So I'll be giving you guys about 3 minutes. You guys can decide on the category of who we're going to choose. Feel free to select the category, and we will be going to raid from then on air. But yes, our categories are Just Chatting, Resident Evil, Elden Ring, Minecraft, or Valorant. So if there's any other categories you have in mind, you guys are more than welcome to suggest it to us at any given time. But yeah. feel free to vote in the poll. And we are more than happy to redirect you guys to them. But yeah, if you have any specific category you guys like us to raid to, you guys are more than welcome. Otherwise, we're gonna redirect you guys to the category. Okay. See that we have some Valorant, right? Oh. I was thinking of raiding into Resident Evil because I haven't raided into Resident Evil in a while. But we also have some Valorant as well and some Elden Ring. So that'll make it a lot easier as well to include those. Okay. All right. So, the category that we're gonna redirect you guys to is, let's see. All right. So feel free to take in your guys' last votes. Okay. Otherwise, we're just gonna raid into Resident Evil, and that's gonna be with Felicity. Oh wait, there's also a birthday too. Is there also a birthday? Oh yeah, there's also a birthday stream as well too. That we could also redirect you guys to. It is up to you guys. Yeah. All right. So, do you guys want to raid into another birthday stream? Because there's another person that's celebrating their birthday. There is another person that's celebrating their birthday. So, do you guys want to raid into the birthday stream to celebrate? That's fine. Okay, okay. Okay, which one would you guys prefer? You guys want to raid into the birthday stream? Or do you guys want to raid into... Okay. Raid into the birthday stream. Okay. Birthday stream? Okay. Raid into the birthday stream? Alright. So... Alrighty then. That'll be pretty much... it. Alright. Alright, so let's redirect you guys into the birthday stream then. Somebody is having a birthday. If we're not able to raid into them, then we can always raid into Resident Evil. So we're gonna check right now. Okay. I believe we are able to raid into the birthday stream. Don't forget to stop on by. Friendly reminder. And yeah, I believe that is pretty much it. So, thank you so much again. We really appreciate you guys all stopping on by. Please take care, and I hope to see you guys all tomorrow at Irium. Utsu Cookie, and I'll see you guys... Okay, Utsu Cookie, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye!